Well, good afternoon. We appreciate y'all coming out today. We kind of just wanted to give you a little brief overview about what's going on with the filming of SpongeBob 2 and what you can expect over the next couple of weeks. They actually started filming today and won't be down here for another week or so. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Will from our Film Services office, and he'll give you some logistics of what to expect, and from there we'll go through the agenda here. Thank you.
Morning all. Thanks for coming out to see us. As you all know, SpongeBob started filming this morning. They started at approximately 5 a.m. They'll be here through November 8th, shooting most days during the week, taking a few Saturdays off, and most Sundays. During the filming, they'll be bouncing around a few different places. Most likely you're going to see them out on Tybee and down here on Broughton Street. They start on Broughton Street on the 9th, will be here through the 18th. You're going to see a variety of different things during that time. The film is, as you know, a significant portion of it is animated. There will be some live actors. There'll be a significant number of extras out. Mostly you're going to see a lot of cameras and a lot of crew and a lot of equipment moving things around. There will be some delays occasionally. Sections of Broughton Street will be closed on various days. We will be sending out from our office before each production day and specifics on what you can expect and any reroutes that you might need to take to get around any of the impact that we'll be experiencing. I believe the production will also be posting reroute plans to the paper, and that stuff should be available online as well. Just to give you an idea on some of the local numbers we're expecting from this project, the direct local spend from this production is going to be in excess of $8 million, approximately $8.3 million. The total economic impact should be well over $17 million, roughly about $17.5 million. And that does not include the additional benefits we're going to get from tourism or other things that might come out of this and later on. About 5,600 plus hotel nights from the crew and the actors and other staff that are going to be staying in town through the period of the production. They'll also be hiring a lot of locals, some people working on the crew, as well as about 1,300 locals that are going to be able to have an opportunity to work as extras on the production. If anybody has questions, you can certainly get in touch with our office. Our information's online. You're welcome to share that with people. We're happy to answer any questions that might come out. I have to say that a production of this scale would not be possible without the support of our local businesses. A lot of the local businesses are going to benefit from this production, but it would not be possible on any level without their support. I'd like to introduce Rule Joyner from the DBA, whose cooperation has made it possible for us to get to where we are today. Rule.
Good afternoon. All right, I'm going to try that again. Good afternoon. All right, I'm here as the president of the Savannah Downtown Business Association. We've worked with the film office for the last couple of months in order to put this together with them to coordinate with small businesses to let them know what's going on throughout the corridor. We'll be starting on the 9th. Filming will take place through the 18th. We are just so excited, and to say that to have a $66 million film come into our corridor is quite an opportunity. We're already seeing the economic impact from it already. In fact, I had the director came in this past weekend and bought a foosball table for me. So those are great things. We're glad to have Paramount here. We are even more happier that they're doing SpongeBob. My kids are more excited than I've seen them in quite a while. It's like Santa Claus is in town. So, I do want to point out that Broughton Street is still open. All the sidewalks will be open. There is history being made here. In fact, you can look at behind us. We've got buildings here that have been painted. This building here has been restored. This is probably the first time in 15, 20 years that Broughton Street has had a full facelift, and they're working on that, and this has been done through the help of Paramount. So we want to thank everyone for the partnership. If you have any questions, you can contact me as well through SavannahDBA.com, or you can reach me on my cell phone at 912-659-4064. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rule. He brings up some excellent points. We are definitely getting a facelift from this movie. They're going to be repainting a lot of our crosswalks, all of our curbs. The street's going to look a whole lot better when they're done. Some of these modifications will have to be restored to their original condition. But I think everyone's going to be really happy with how we look after this movie's over. For some additional comments, I'd like to introduce Michael Jurema from the Savannah Film Commission. He's the advisory board that helps assist us with community outreach and the direction of the office. Michael?
Thanks, Will. Just to clarify, as Will said, I'm the chairman of the Savannah Film Commission. A lot of people confuse the Film Commission and the office. The Film Commission is a 19-member advisory board, board of citizens that assists and advises the film office in its operation. This is certainly the biggest production we've had in here, maybe since the film office and the Film Commission were formed 18 years ago. I think something like this doesn't happen without a lot of prior planning. And I'd like to thank the members of the film office and the Film Commission for making this happen. As Will mentioned, we're going to have probably over $8 million spent here in our community in the next couple of months. That'll amount to, would you say, about a $17 million economic impact. We set a record last year, the film office set a record last year of over $20 million economic impact. I suspect with SpongeBob, we're going to be very close to equaling that, if not surpassing that. So we have a very healthy film office, very healthy film commission. I'd like to thank you for keeping this in the limelight.
Thank you, Michael. I believe that concludes our formal comments. I'll open it up to a few questions. If anybody has anything they'd like to ask, I'm happy to answer what I can. Is Joe still here?
Savannah Daily News. Can you tell us what so dramatically happened last week that you fired Mr. Self, an 18-year career employee with dramatic increases in film business in this city? What happened so dramatically that you needed to fire the gentleman so publicly with Paramount in town? Unless there's some kind of criminal investigation of which we've not heard anything, what happened that caused this action by you last Wednesday?
He's been suspended prior to dismissal.
He was
And
fired and then suspended. We read the memo. We all have the memo. He's being heard at 1:30.
if you read the memo, it said he was suspended prior to dismissal. Didn't it say fired?
Right.
So he has an appeal with the city manager, and I will not discuss that issue at this time.
He was suspended because he was dismissed, but he appealed, and that's the reason why he's suspended. And we understand that appeal is being heard at 1:30 today.
It's scheduled for 1:30 today.
Can you tell us who complained? Because Will Joyner says he didn't complain. But
I'm not
Paramount says they
I'm
didn't
not going to
complain.
discuss this. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
If we have any questions specific to the production of SpongeBob and the city's impact on that, I'm happy to answer any of those questions.
Has there been any escrow account set up to compensate the business in case filming goes over schedule?
We have a commitment from the producers of the movie to deal with any issues that are unanticipated. The production has been working with all the businesses on the street to come to an agreement beforehand that they think is fair, as well as the production. That's an ongoing conversation, but we do have a commitment from the production to handle any additional issues that might arise during or after production.
Is there specifically an escrow account set up?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is the production company here or any representatives from the production company?
They just started this morning, as we mentioned earlier. They're all tied up with production at this time, so no one was able to make it out. But they are in town, as you know. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get any comment from them anytime in the near future, but I would reach out to them about that.
The stuff that we're seeing over here, is this related to the production?
Yes, it is. Part of the scene, or a couple of the scenes, involve what we're calling a chase. It's not going to look like a chase. It'll be a vehicle moving up and down the street with some cameras following it. The vehicle is quite large, however, and would not make it underneath the cross mast we have at Drayton Street and Whitaker. So they're temporarily moving those lights to the poles and getting those crossbars out of the way so that the vehicles will be able to fit through.
Is Paramount paying all the expenses of that?
Yes, Paramount is covering all expenses. They have dollar for dollar. They have hired a number of city employees, which they'll be paying at an overtime rate. They're compensating the city for any work we are doing in regards to the production.
Where and when is the casting for extras? The casting for extras, where and when?
Casting for extras has been ongoing. There's information up on our website, savannahfilm.org. If you go to the news page, there's information on how you can apply to be an extra. I believe they're still accepting submissions for that. The number you're asking?
Yeah. What makes up that figure?
That is the number I've been given from Paramount regarding what they're spending in the community.
How much are they giving the city of the evening, for example?
I don't have specific numbers on that. It would, whatever we're billing them for, we won't be able to tell you until
Who would
afterward,
have that
probably.
information?
I would have to get back to you because I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Okay, what number should we call? We asked you that in the media.
I would check with Brett Bell. I don't think we're going to have any of that information available today, but we'll let you know, or let us know, and we'll let you know.
There'll also be free parking.
Yeah, that's another good thing to point. Obviously, they will be taking up a significant amount of parking on Broughton Street. To compensate for that, they'll be handing out essentially validations to local businesses. If you come downtown and buy something, the business owner will give you a validation card, which will get you up to 2 free hours parking in 3 of the parking garages downtown. I believe it's the Robinson Garage, the Whitaker Street parking garage, and the State Street parking garage.
Are y'all working on any other productions in Savannah while this shoot is going on?
We're always working on multiple things. HGTV is actually shooting 3 different series here currently. There was a couple other big movies we're working on, nothing that we can announce at this time though. Any other questions? If not, I'll wrap it up. Thanks for coming out, guys. Again, if you have any questions later on, you know how to reach our office. Thank you.